Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the last video for the month where we're talking about leaving your relationships, domestic violence, and I hope that you got something out of the videos that I've shared with you this month. And if the information doesn't pertain to you, make sure you share it with someone that could use it. So today I'm going to be talking about leaving the relationship. Okay, so let's jump right on in. So, know when to say goodbye. Sometimes relationships are just wrong and they cannot be saved. I don't care what you do, nothing is going to save that relationship. So, for your sake and for the sake of your mental health, try hard to recognize as early as possible whether or not the relationship that you're in is worth working on or if it's best to just walk away. So, remember that it's unlikely that your abuser will change. I can't stress that enough. Do you know how many times then let me say this before I say that. Let me say this. There are some people, some men, and probably women too, but some men that have raised their hand and hit the person they said they loved. And that's because in that moment, whatever happened, whatever you said, whatever you did, it took them to a whole nother place. And before they realize it, they put their hands on you. And they have said, I am so sorry. I don't know what the heck got over me. I promise that will never happen again. And it hasn't happened again. But that's just a small percentage of people that experience that. But there are a lot of cases where that abusive person will not change. They were abusive to the person before you, the person before that, the person before that, and trust and believe when you're gone, they're going to abuse the person that comes after you because they have got to want to change. They know full well that putting their hands on people is not a cool thing to do, but they do it because they can assert their power over you. Well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Put your hands on me and it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Years ago, I might have been that person that just, accepted your saying I'm sorry and we're going to try to move on. But the Michelle that I am today, that's not happening. Raise your hand if you want to. I will try to break it off. Let me move on because I digress. So, don't allow yourself to cling to the relationship because you're scared of letting go. You've got to stop being scared. And a lot of people stay in these relationships because they are afraid. They're afraid that this man is going to go off and hurt them, hurt their family members, hurt their children. But you have got to stop being afraid and just move on. Because all you're doing is just being miserable for no reason. And you deserve better than that. And so I want to encourage you, stop being afraid to let go. Remind yourself of all the pain that this person has caused and that it's better for you to cut it off. It may be hard to imagine your life without that relationship, but you deserve to be treated with more respect than you're getting. Okay? So, don't ever let the abuser go on or make excuses for their behavior. Sometimes they'll say, well, I wouldn't act like this if you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have to do that if you didn't do the other. No, it has nothing to do with you at all. It has everything to do with that individual. Don't let them put that off on you. Put your safety first. Okay, put your safety first. Recognize that abusers rarely change. I said that already. And it's likely the abuse will escalate over time, and that can turn into physical violence. So, if you have someone that starts out and they're just verbally abusive to you right now and you choose to stay and deal with that, honey, hold on to your bra straps because guess what? That verbal abuse typically will escalate into them verbally abusing you and putting their hands on you. And they'll start with hitting you in places that people can't see the bruising. And then eventually they just won't care. And they'll just hit you wherever they want to. So always know that when you have someone that is mentally abusive towards you, it's just a matter of time before the physical abuse will come. So you need to get out while you can. So with this in mind, prioritize your safety. You may respond to threats differently if you fear violence, such as avoiding them or not fighting back. Oh, let me put a pin right there because I will fight back. Raise your hands if you want to. My mom and daddy did not raise any punks over here. So raise your hand if you want to because I will hit you back. Now, I may not hit you as hard as you hitting me, but I promise you I will hit you back. Let me take a deep breath because I went off someplace. Hold on. While not defending yourself may be difficult and it'll hurt, remember that you are prioritizing your safety until you can make your next move. So, essentially what that is saying is that, okay, this person is beating you with everything that they have, and by you not fighting back, it can allow you some time to get to the next, to get out of, because eventually they're going to get tired and they're going to stop, and then they'll go off and do something else and you can make your getaway. But I'm fighting you back. I'm sorry. I will fight back. So if you are in immediate danger and fear for your safety or well-being, you need to call 911. Do not hesitate. Call 911 immediately. Okay? And call emergency services and then get to a safe place. So if your home feels unsafe, go to a sibling's home. Go to a friend's home or somewhere where you feel safe. Wherever you feel safe, go to that place immediately, because you can leave there and get to someplace safer that abuser doesn't know anything about and can't come there to find you. Prioritize your child's safety. If you have children, you guys have heard me talk about this. Keep your children safe. When you have someone that's abusive towards you, who's to say that they won't be abusive towards your kids? And I'm telling you now, you will have to bury me under the jail cell. You put your hands on my child. That's not going to happen. Not in my camp. So keep your kids safe. If you have a child or children, protect them. Send them somewhere safe, like to a friend's house, a neighbor's house, somewhere where they can be safe and out of harm's danger. Yeah, this is deep. This is really deep and hard to talk about, but it's something that we have to talk about. Okay. Now, number 3. Have a phone with you at all times. I think I shared that. You may need to call for help. Call the police, deal with an emergency situation regarding your safety. Have a phone charged and ready at all times to ensure your safety. Program your speed dial to anyone you may need to call in an emergency, including friends, family, or the police. Because I can promise you, when that emergency arises, you just draw a blank. You can't think of anything. And you're like, oh my God, what is this person's number? Lord, I know what it is. It's just not coming to me. Have something on a speed dial that you can just hit that button and keep it moving. Next, escape to a safe location. When planning an escape, think about any risks that may be present. If you leave the child, for example, make sure your partner will not go after them or try to harm them. I'm sorry, let me backtrack. If you leave with your child or your children, make sure your partner will not go after them or try to harm them. You may even want to escape to a different location than your children if you are concerned about both your safety and theirs as well. That's an awesome thought. You go to plan A and let your kids go to plan B. That way, if your abuser happens to figure out where you are, you don't have to worry about him figuring out where your kids are, because they won't be with you. I love, love, love that. Go to some place that is safe and that you will be protected from your partner. Okay? This may include a friend's house, your parents' siblings' home, or a shelter. Always be careful when leaving an abusive relationship, even one that's just emotionally abusive. You can get help, you guys. You can get help in establishing a safety plan by calling the National Domestic Violence Hotline. I'm going to put the number in the description box, but that number is 1-800-799-7233. That number is for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. And again, it is 1-800-799-7233 or 799-SAFE. Okay? Ask for help. We talked about asking for help to, in the event that you have to leave. This is, you guys, this is so important. You've got to be able to reach out and ask someone for help. So number 5. Cut off contact. So once you have successfully escaped the relationship, don't allow your partner in your life on any terms. Let me say that again. Once you have successfully escaped that relationship, do not allow that person into your life on any terms. That means no texting, no just phone calling, no visiting. Hey, we'll visit, we'll meet up in Starbucks. Don't let them in your life for any reason, because they know, because here's the deal. They're going to get you back where they want you so they can kind of schmooze and, get back on your good side. And before you know, you're like, oh, I forgive you. Y'all kiss and make up and move on with life. Honey, don't do it. Because if he did it once, and chances are he's done it several times, he'll do it again. So don't let them back into your life on any terms. He or she may try to sweet talk you. I just said that. They're going to apologize or say that things have changed. No, they're not. They haven't. They're going to say what they think you want to hear to allow them back in. Nothing's changed. They're still the same. They're still the same person. Let me put a pin right here real quick because I wanted to share something with you. My longest relationship was 9 years. That's a long time to be dating somebody. But anyway, I think I've shared with you all before how he broke up with me not once, y'all, but twice for somebody else. First time you do it, shame on you. The second time, shame on me. And if there was a third time, I'm just a damn fool all the way around. So we had moved on, and then he started reaching me out the blue because I blocked his numbers from calling me, but he could text. And he would, every so many months, he would say, hey, how's it going? How's the fam? I really miss you. I really love you. And, can we meet up to go out and eat and da-da-da? And I said, you know what? I'm good. What is it that you want? I'm happy. I'm in a relationship. Well, why don't you kick him to the curb and tell him we're getting back together? Why would I do that? Why would I leave a relationship with someone who is good to me to get back with you? And he's controlling, and he did it in such a way that I didn't even realize it until after we broke up. He's manipulative, very much so controlling. I had to spend all my time with him. God forbid I wanted to hang out with family and friends. It was always something. And so I just didn't bother. I missed out on a lot of things over the course of time that we were together because I just didn't want to hear his mouth. And we did have fun hanging out with him and I, or him and I and the kids. But he said he had changed. I said all that to say that. He said he had changed. But in my mind, I'm not stupid. All right, I am not stupid at all. I knew he didn't change. See, people will say what they think you want to hear so they can get back into your good graces. And so when I said, no, I'm good, then the real him surfaced. Y'all, it came out. Took a little longer than I thought, but the real him showed up. Oh, fuck you, bitch. And, I ain't want you no way. And whoever you get with, they don't really want you. And da-da-da. I said, I knew the old you was going to surface. I was just waiting for it. And this was going on for a while till my daughter showed me how to fix my phone so I could block him from even texting. Because you know what? I don't have time for the foolishness. You haven't changed. And chances are the people that tell you that they've changed, they're lying. They haven't. Child, don't believe that. Anyway, getting back to my notes. Allow yourself to heal on your own terms without your partner. So delete that person's phone number, remove any ties that you have on social media. You may even want to change your own phone number. If you need to, change your phone number, okay? Don't try to show your partner that you're better off without him or her. Allow healing to be personal because it's only for you. Take care of yourself. Don't let them get in your head. Remind yourself that the abuse was not your fault. Nobody deserves to be abused in any way, shape, or form. And nothing you did made you deserve to be treated like that. Find ways to be happy. Write in your journal. Go for a walk. Engage in activities that you find to be fun. It could be anything. It could be working out. It could be taking a painting class. It could be going to whatever it is you like to do that's going to take your mind off of that person. Okay? Number 7. Reach out for support. Confide in those people that are closest to you that you can trust. Ask for their support. Tell them what is happening and that you would like help in leaving the situation. It is likely that they will be willing to help. It is likely that they will be willing to help you in any way that they can. You can create a signal to alert them that you need help, such as a coded text. That text could say, I'm making lasagna for dinner. Or it could be, and that could be code for I'm in trouble and I need your help. If you see me texting you something about cooking some food, you better know that I need some help because I don't cook. If you know me, then you know that. So reach out again to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors, your spiritual leaders, anyone else who may be able to help you. Help is there. You just have to open your mouth and you have to say something. Now I'm going to say this and then I'll leave you be. I remember when I was in high school and there was a young lady that went to school with us and she was very light skinned. And so every now and then you would see her with bruises, sometimes on her arms, on her chest, right up in here, on her neck, like somebody had grabbed her, bruising on her face. You know, I think I saw a couple of times she had cuts on the lip. And so one day I said, girl, what in the world is going on with you with all these bruises and stuff? And she always had a story. Oh, I was playing with my nephew and I fell or I tripped. And I'm thinking, you know, I can be clumsy at times too, but Jesus Christ, you overly clumsy. But you know, I don't say these things to her because I'm not stupid. I already know something's going on. You're being mistreated in your relationship, and you're in denial. And she loved that man, honey. She probably loved the dirty drawers that he wore on his behind. But and that's why she couldn't leave. But I'm thinking, sweetie, you deserve better. And like I said, when you're light skinned like that, we can see the bruising. People aren't stupid. They heard what you said. They just smiled and nodded. But in their mind, they thought, this poor woman deserve better, and you don't even realize it. So I gave you 8 tips on how to leave that relationship. I will leave them all in the description box below. And make sure you read over them, share them. Share this video with someone if you think it could be beneficial to them. As always, you guys know, if you don't have anybody you can talk to, you can always reach out to me. My contact information will be in the description box. I will always be there to lend an ear and to help you get where you need to be, because your safety is definitely my concern, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. And you know, it's really sad that we even have to talk about these things, but we do. We really have to talk about it because they exist. When you go to work, somebody in your building is being abused, and you have no idea because they hide it so well. When you go to church, you look down that row of pews to your right and to your left. Somebody in that church is being abused, but they're not saying anything. So hopefully, if this is you, if this is what you've been dealing with, stop hiding it and go get help, because you deserve better. And if that person doesn't love you, let me tell you, I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. And there are other people that feel the same way. So if you stumbled upon my channel by accident, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to tap that bell so you don't miss anything. For my newest subscribers, thank you so, so much. I love it when I look at my numbers and they're going up. Love you guys to the moon and back. And for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do, I really love you guys to the moon and back. And there's nothing you can do about it. So until next week, take care. And if you're in a relationship that you need to get out of, I want to encourage you to leave. Till next time, take care.